Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. This is a little movie special, a movie review on this little one. Yes, we've got another one. Not the first Dolittle. We've dropped the doctor, dropped the doctor from it. There's no word doctor in it, which is unfortunate. Nice image. I like the image. Be a nice poster. Yeah, we've got Dolittle now. I don't know where Doctor's gone. Obviously, that's been cast aside, but we've obviously had one or two Doctor Dolittles, haven't we, in the past of various things. Obviously, the original books, I think, from the 1920s. I think the original books are written. Anyway, we're going to have a look at Dolittle today. And there's some comments about previous incarnations and how they did and how people reacted to them, etc. And who starred in the other ones as well. Please, if you like what we do, please push the subscribe button, push the bell notification so you know when these come out. And it's always nice to get thumbs up. If you enjoy these, you just watch a few minutes, just please give us a thumbs up. It's nice to know you're appreciated out there. Anyway, right, here we go. Dr. Dolittle, Dolittle, not Dr. Dolittle. We'll get on to Dr. Dolittle in a minute. It's a PG rating, an hour and 41 minutes. A fantasy action adventure film directed by Stephen Gagan from a screenplay by Gagan. I think you pronounce it Gagan. Dan Gregor and Doug Mann from a story by Thomas Shepard. And obviously it's a reboot of the original Dr. Dolittle film. The film is primarily inspired by the voyages of Dr. Dolittle. Well, yeah, we've had previous Dolittles, haven't we? Just some of the main ones. Obviously, I can remember back in 1967 when the original Dr. Dolittle the musical was released. Again, one I enjoyed, definitely not my favourite as a kid, but certainly one I did enjoy. And it was a 2 hour, 32 minutes epic, wasn't it? And the story of this was after the animals communicating veterinarian goes too far with his clientele, he and his friends escape their hometown to the sea in search of the great pink sea snail. Well, yeah, it was an adventure, wasn't it? It was a staggering $17 million budget at the time. Box office, 9 million, not very good. So, it wasn't a great start to the Dolittle franchise, and we'll see that's also been followed on in other Dolittles over time. It got a Metascore, a critics rating at the time of just 3.4 out of 10, which was pretty abysmal. The public liked it a bit better. It got 6.2. Internet Movie Database rating from Joe Public, who obviously a lot of people now watch this on video and DVD, etc. And I'm sure it may have, I think it has become a bit of a cult classic over time. The movie, obviously being a massive critical and commercial failure, effectively ended Sir Rex Harrison's career as a leading man on screen. He did continue, though, to act regularly on stage. Dr. Dolittle's appeal as family fare was undermined also when the press drew attention to the racist content in the books, prompting demands to have them removed from public schools. So, it didn't bode very well, does it? Despite this fact with this cult classic now, which is well known. Please, if you've not watched Dr. Dolittle the musical, if you don't mind musicals, please, it is a bit of a classic, and I do like it now. And I have watched it within the last few years, and I still enjoy it for what it is. Some great songs in there as well. Anyway, despite this problems with this Dr. Dolittle, undeterred, in 1998, Eddie Murphy took on the role in a modern day take on the story as a vet who can both understand and talk to animals. It was a PG rating, an hour and 25 minutes. Again, critically, very poorly received. Rotten Tomatoes website reported only 42% of the critics had given it a positive review based on 52 critics' reviews, and it had an average rating of 5.2 out of 10. The site's critics' consensus read at the time, Dr. Dolittle finds some mirth in the novelty of wisecracking critters, but this family feature's treacly tone is made queasy by a reliance on scatological gags that undercut the intended warmth. Metascore, the Metacritic report a weighted average of just 4.6 out of 10. And that was based on 20 critics, and they scored anything between 2.5 out of 10 and 9 out of 10. So despite general critical unease, the movie was a box office success, so unlike its predecessor in 1967. It had a budget of 70 million, and I think mainly in line with Eddie Murphy probably pushed this to success, to be honest with you. Had a 70 million pound budget, and actually almost 300 million back at the box office, so it was a success. Even though only again on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, it only got an overall 5.4 out of 10 user rating, so it wasn't great again. But obviously the box office success, not the critical or rating success, led to another Eddie Murphy-led sequel in Dr. Dolittle 2, of course, in 2001. In this film, Dr. Dolittle tries to help the animals protect their forest from unscrupulous human developers, so a little bit more modern tale on the thing. Like the original film, Dr. Dolittle received not the greatest reviews from the critics. The again, Rotten Tomatoes only give it a 42% positive rating from its critics, with an average rating of 4.96 out of 10. And the site's critical consensus reads, although there are laughs to be had in Dr. Dolittle 2, its preoccupation with toilet humour and Murphy's restrained performance makes this a missed opportunity. And the Metascore, the Metacritics, again, still not very complimentary, had a weighted average of 4.9 out of 10 based on 28 reviews. And it only had scores of between 2.5 to 8 out of 10 again, so very similar to the original Dr. Dolittle with Eddie Murphy. Internet Movie Database, again, only 4.7 out of 10, so it wasn't very well liked, but it did make money, not as much as the first remake, not as much as the original Eddie Murphy one, but on a 70 million budget, it did actually get back 176 million at the box office, plus obviously all the DVD, video rentals, etc. will be on top of that as well. So yeah, that took us to 2006, and they did risk it again, and we did have a Dr. Dolittle 3, but this was a really sort of really staged down version. This was a straight to DVD presentation starring Kyla Pratt, who was the original daughter in the first remake series as Maya, and she's starring alongside with Kristen Wilson as Lisa Doolittle and Norm Macdonald as the voice of Lucky the dog. Not to feature though were Eddie Murphy or Raven Simmons, who was Eddie Murphy's love interest, although they are indeed mentioned in the film. So this film was released direct to DVD. Again, not a great rating. An Internet Movie Database rating of 4 out of 10 for Dr. Dolittle 3. And then, so here we go, on to the latest reboot with Mr. Robert Downey Jr. starring as the title character alongside Antonio Banderas and Michael Sheen. In the live-action roles, we also get the voices of various animals, which include actors like Emma Thompson, Rami Malek, John Cena, Kumail Nanjiani, Octavia Spencer, Tom Holland, Craig Robinson, Ralph Fiennes, Selena Gomez, and Marion Cotillard, amongst many others. It had a budget of 175 million, so they spent a fair whack on it. And to date, with obviously still being released in certain territories around the world, it's actually got back 182 million. So it's made a profit already without obviously still a few weeks of cinema release left, and obviously DVDs to come. So what's the story on this one? So after his wife's death, Dr. Dolittle decides to hide from the world with his beloved animals, but he has to take a journey to a mysterious island to find a healing tree, which is the only medicine that can help to the dying queen in Buckingham Palace. Well, so we've got a British element to this. Any good? Again, we've got, this is sort of on repeat, isn't it, really? Rotten Tomatoes only holds at an approval rating even worse than the others of 16%. That's 16% based on 164 reviews. Great. The website's critical consensus reads, Dolittle may be enough to entertain very young viewers, but they deserve better than this rote adaptations, jumbled story and stale humour. The Metascore rating, again, not very good. The Metascore critics rating on IMDb is 2.6 out of 10 and only gets between 1 and 5.8 out of 10. So the highest mark was 5.8 out of 10. But the Guardian's Benjamin Lee rated it 4 out of 10 and echoes some of the Rotten Tomatoes sentiment. He wrote, it's ultimately a miracle. Despite the tortured production process, Dolittle can most generously be described as passable for young, undiscerning viewers. It won't charm or amuse you particularly, but it's not a catastrophe. The highest praise I can muster, so not very kind. Internet Movie Database, it's getting a 5.5 out of 10, so just under a watchable rating. Well, some of the comments are quite positive, so a lot of these people have just left a score but not commented, but the people who have actually gone out of the way to comment are quite favourable to Dolittle. One, just to read some of the comments out. Good family fun, 7 out of 10. Better than I expected, 7 out of 10. Perfect PG children movie, 9 out of 10. Nice for kids, 6 out of 10. I was kind of expecting more, 6 out of 10. Yeah, my movie game nostalgia review, I go along mainly with that last comment. I was a little bit underwhelmed. And as for my inner child, well, he wasn't totally convinced either. An hour and 40 minutes, with about a 90 minutes running time when you take the credits out. It still felt a bit too long, a bit too drawn out. Downey didn't quite, for me, carry the film very well, and the obvious stars are the animals, but I found them perhaps not as cute and as funny as I'd hoped they would be. It's not bad, but as a family film, I think it will soon be forgotten. Sequel, anyone? Well, there you go. I mean, again, the early box office isn't too bad, is it? I mean, I'd give it overall a movie game nostalgia rating of just 6 out of 10. And I think I've sort of done that as a watchable thing. So I have read reviews and I have people with families and they did enjoy it. They've been to the cinema to watch this. But as far as something that lasts long in memory, I just don't think so. I don't. The animation's okay. I wouldn't say it's fantastic for a modern CGI, if you like. It's some of the obviously animals, some of the acting talent is good, some mixed, and obviously some of the animation doesn't quite line up with the characters they're playing. So I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. If it had been an hour and a half with perhaps an hour and 20 minutes running time, I think it may have been a little bit better. It would have been faster paced. It was a little bit slow at times, and there's a lot of actors thrown at it, and as I say, certainly a lot of animals thrown at it. But it just misses something for me. But I still give it a 6 out of 10 watchable rating. If you go and see it with your lot and your family, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And please let me know in the comments what you think. Or you can follow me on Twitter. Let me know on there. I'm on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. Let me know what you think about Dolittle, the new, quite a big budget film, isn't it? And follow me on Facebook at Bernard with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my website for old and rarer DVDs, posters, and board games on there as well. So if you spend a couple of minutes having a look on there, please, and let me know if there's anything that interests you or anything I can help you with on that. Anyway, so Dolittle, 6 out of 10. The poster, well, I haven't got an actual poster, but based on the screen image we've got, obviously that screen image, yeah, I like the poster. I'd give the poster 7 out of 10 based on that poster anyway. I'm sure there's some nice posters out there if you want to buy them for the kids from various places. As I say, my posters are all the classic 90s, 2000 films from the video shop I used to own in those days. But yeah, if you like that poster, it'd be nice on the kids' wall, wouldn't it? Some nice animal characters, if not the greatest animation, as I said, on the film itself. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Whatever you're going to do with the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. And hopefully you'll join me again for another movie special or a board game special or one of my little movie versus the poster reviews, etc. in the near future. Anyway, till then, look after yourself. This is Bernard. Say goodbye for now.